And we start with a laugh. Hi, Myra J. Hello, Stephen Hill.
Hello. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Where did I go?
Okay, well, whoa. Okay, hi and bye to Myra J. Hello, Stephen Hill.
And that's what you get for not bringing enough drinks for everybody.
How you doing?
What's up, Sybil? How you doing? Merry Wednesday
good.
to you.
And to you and yours. Happy hump.
Oh, Merry Wednesday. Oh, look who came back.
Okay, Myra.
And I'm back. That's usually about how long it takes.
An auspicious
That's how long.
start.
That's how long it takes. Yep. And I'm
Wow.
back.
I'm sorry. Ooh.
Whose turn is it tonight?
It's your turn, because I'm doing
water.
I know.
That's
not
very
nearly
good.
as exciting. Not nearly as
Stephen
exciting.
Hill,
well, unless you're in Flint. Huh? What's that?
What are you doing?
Just a little water with lime.
And
in a nice glass.
Oh, a beautiful glass. So that's what makes me wonder, is it just water and lime?
Yes, of course it is. I'm responsible. We're on the air right now, Sybil. So what would you expect?
Oh, because you are a responsible broadcaster. You're absolutely right. And my
I'm sorry. I just want to see how that sounded out loud. Okay, no, just want to see if everybody would buy it. Yeah, no. Thank you, Diddy, for the Ciroc. Anyhow, what was that? I'm sorry. Where were we?
Oh, we got that kind of connect, huh? Is it a flavor?
What? Mm-hmm.
Is it lime or is it?
No, it's actually peach, and I put lime in my peach. Usually, I put the lime. I usually put the lime with the coconut, and then I drink it all up.
Yes, of course.
It was right there. You had to say it. It was right there.
Indeed.
Oh, but lime and peach. Okay. So does that mean the rest of the class get a little something?
Yeah. You didn't get your delivery. I'm so sorry. Did you? I probably had your. I transposed the digits of your last two digits of your zip code. My bad. Next time though, for real.
Okay. Next time being tomorrow?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because we're on tomorrow.
Myra J is not believing.
Somewhere George Wallace is going like, what am I gonna do without this alcohol? what am I gonna do with all this alcohol?
Trust and believe George will find a way to distribute it and make it believe that it came from him. How y'all doing today?
I'm doing well.
I'm doing pretty darn fine.
No complaints.
How are you feeling about our political process?
Well, I'm happy that the Democrats seem to want to surge forward, even though we're already seeing the Republicans doing what they do best. Like, is progress being made? Quick, let us stop it. Let us clog up the works. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, President Biden, Dr. Jill, just like I said, tie a pen to his hand when he goes to bed. He can keep signing executive orders 24/7. I don't care, because they want to scream unity. Fine, we can sit down and talk unity. But first, I want y'all to be just as quiet as you were with Don DeCon for the last 4 years. Okay? Now, let's unify on that note, and then we can come out and have a conversation. Because doggone it, if they can't find a reason to kick this Georgia woman off of these darn committees, what did the man in where is it? Alabama? Is it Tuberville?
Tommy Tuberville. Yeah, he said he hadn't even heard anything about it.
Because the weather was so bad.
Literally, traveling in this bad weather makes it impossible for you to find out what's going on in the news and within your own party.
Yeah.
Or as you called it the Don the Con, and I'm calling it the Don the Con QAnon party now.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what they are. That they're not even toadying they are slurping after the QAnons right now.
Yeah,
they are wiping their mouths because they are slurping after serving up the QAnons, because that is what they're doing with this woman and allowing her to escape.
Yeah, one guy said, he said, you know what? This is a distraction. This is a distraction,
right?
And we need to be helping the American people. And why do you Democrats want to bring up the distraction? I'm like, well, maybe because the woman been talking about having politicians killed and that Parkland
How
never
distracting
happened.
is that?
Right. But the Democrats are being a distraction. So that's why I said, yes, if you all really want to open your ears and have a discussion, fine, but I doubt it. So Democrats move forward. If we're going to be about progress, we need to move forward. If it's a mistake, then let's own up to it. But damn it, we cannot let them stop what has been promised when they said, if you vote for me, this is what I'll do. They need to do that. That's all I'm saying. Do what you said you were going to do, period.
Stephen Hill?
I've said this on a number of occasions for different things, but never, ever, ever underestimate the value of time. Let that ish play out. I kind of brought it up last week under after much fire about the impeachment. About the impeachment, like there's no need to rush. There's nothing that can come of rushing many things, but the impeachment is one of them. And I want the Republicans to trip over time more than I want the Democrats to, right? The Republicans have two problems. One, and what's her name? By the way, I'm more distracted by her mask than any of her actions.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Like, so they got her on one side, right? They've got Cheney on the other side, and they've got to figure out what they're going to. So Democrats, don't rush it. Sit back, get your Orville Redenbacher, and just chew while you watch how this all plays out, because it's not it's going to be like when Newt Gingrich, remember Newt Gingrich in 94 was like, we got this contract with America and we're going to do all this, and Democrats just stepped back. All right, you do this, and it fell under its own weight. Never underestimate the value of something falling under its own weight.
Speaking of falling, is everybody okay over there?
Just a little ice in the glass of water that we're going to be. Okay, maybe that's not water. Okay,
because mine has. I didn't want to take up any room with ice. It's.
I know. Why would you want to waste a good Ciroc with ice?
That's what I'm saying. Water down. So anyhow, I hope the Democrats play the time game correctly on this. Let them. They could. The Republicans are going to fall under their own weight. McCarthy went to go pay fealty to Trump this week. What?
Yep. And came back and had a discussion with her, and now they had a closed door meeting, and now they are not going to do a damn thing. And he's waiting for the Democrats so that they can accuse the Democrats of
right.
Well, they focused their whole closed door thing on Cheney and not on Mask Woman. So that's their call.
Mask Woman, QAnon Marge. I like to call it.
QAnon Marge.
So we have that, and we also have agreement in the United States Senate for the assignment of the organization of the Senate. Now they finally got around to that, and giving the rightful chairmanship to Democrats of these committees, these very powerful committees and important committees, as well as finally getting assignments for the new members of the Senate. They just kind of been wandering around, just finding out where their offices are, and all of this, and looking at the destruction of a building that was created by a man says that he didn't do it. So all of this is happening as the country is still falling apart, and the president is trying to do his best in get this $1.9 trillion coronavirus plan, and the moderate Republicans come in with their deal, which is not even a third of what the Democrats or what the Biden plan is.
Now they want to talk about spending. Okay.
But so much less. It's like, what are you doing? why? What, you talk about unity and you want to work with the president, but you don't want to do anything to help people, at least not enough, to help people who are really in need.
So to me, this is exactly, there are reasonable arguments on both sides, right? You give people a lot of money now, you got to pay it in the future. So I get the Democrats' point of view because I try to understand everybody. The Democrats want to get the money there now, and they'll maybe worry about how to pay it back in the future as the debt skyrockets even more. The Republicans want to hold down the debt and possibly hold back the Democrats a bit, but Republicans are as they've been before in terms of, like, you know, controlling government spending.
Right.
So this is the kind of thing there should be great debate about. Like, this is the kind of thing, nobody needs to call anybody names, but
Chief, we
these are
can't
two
call
people who
them
have
those
good
cheap
points of view.
bastards.
No, because it's not a matter of being cheap. It's a matter of how is it going to get paid for at the end? Fiscal responsibility. So I happen to be falling on the side of the Democrats, like, get more people relief now because it's needed. People should not be kicked out of their houses. People should not have to, to lose their jobs. So I agree with that, but I also understand the idea of then your children are going to have to pay for this, and we'll figure it out how. So it's a viable discussion.
So how about
But
the
my
children?
argument,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Myra.
but my argument with that is that for the last 4 years, we have gone into such debt, and they haven't been concerned so much about, oh, this is going to cost this much money. But now all of a sudden it's like, whoa, that's way too much money, and let's $15 as a minimum wage. Oh my God, that's just highway robbery. And I'm like, where was this? Where was all this? Would we have to cut back for the last 4 years? So I'm saying, if this is what's needed now, I will agree that they probably need to tweak it to those who need it, as opposed to just a flat fee across the board. Okay, fine, got that part. But other than that, I'm like, I'm Team Democrat. Let it rip. Republicans got to come with some strong arguments to change my mind on the damn thing.
But they don't. But they're not going to change your mind. They're not going to change my mind either. Like, I want to get the money to the right people. By the way, let me be clear. Like, the Los Angeles Lakers didn't need a stimmy. They got a stimmy.
Right.
Like, I got to admit, I don't need a stimmy. Don't send me a stimmy.
Right.
I would love resources to go to find the people who really need the stimmies and make sure that you are surgical about your approach, as opposed to, like, throwing money at everybody. I always everybody loves extra money, but in this case, spend the resources to find out who needs the stimmy. Who needs the stimmy?
I think there are a lot of Trump buddies that got the stimmy. I think we can agree on that. I think we can also agree that, no, we can't agree. But here's what I say. You say that, the cost of this stimulus package is going to be borne on the backs of our children and our children's children, perhaps. I say that it's put on the backs of the man who created this crisis, who allowed this crisis to balloon the way that it has, and that's Donald Trump. We should take whatever money he is getting from the Russians and pay off the bills. I know, but I'm just saying, he is so culpable. He is the most who is responsible for this madness, Stephen Hill. He knew. He didn't do a damn thing to stop it.
Sybil, there's nothing you can do about that right now. So how can this move forward? Don't be the girlfriend. Don't be that girlfriend. Don't be that girlfriend.
But remember that time?
Girlfriend.
Remember that time? Remember that time?
It's your fault.
Listen to me.
Remember that time?
It doesn't matter.
Remember that time you locked up all the children? Remember that time?
How can we best move forward given the situation that we have now?
Responsibility for it.
Remember that time before I met
Trump's
you? Remember
never
that time?
Responsibility.
Huh?
I know, Stephen Hill.
And this is why I'm looking up. This is why I'm looking up M for monastery.
I thought he was gonna say M for. Remember that time?
So then he said the Bamas don't have no problem with the great middle class tax cut. Corporate and one percenters got that, right? And
Yeah.
so the 2017 and the $1.5 billion. You're absolutely correct.
The wrong people got stimmies. The wrong people have gotten stimmies. Like if the Los Angeles
Right.
Lakers got stimmies, and like I know, like we all know people who got it who should not have gotten it.
Right.
Full stop. Right. Right. These need all of this relief needs to go to people who are on the edge. You really don't know anybody who got it who should have.
I promise. Who should not have gotten it? I really don't.
I know at least 4. I know at least 4, and I'm including the Lakers in that.
Okay.
But if there were resources in the final, who truly needs this so they can put food on their table? Right. I would love to see resources go towards that as opposed to like, is it going to be $1,000 per person? Is it going to be $600 per person? Make it $800 for the people who really, really need it, or you can actually make it $1,200 for the people who need it if you cut out the people who don't.
How about we make it for the people who really, 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 really need it on a monthly basis? Is that possible to get them the money? Because having a stimulus check in March or May and waiting 7 to 8 months for another check. And now we're going to get another check in another 4 months. And the president said he wants it out by March, but I don't know how that's going to, if that's going to be. Then how about we have some consistency with this and then put the money where it should go on a regular basis to people who are now homeless or they have no food for their children. They're going without food and all of these people that are truly suffering. Can we do that? How about that?
I agree. You know what? Hold on. Who said? Somebody said that this can't be true. Tom Brady didn't get the stimmy, right? Julie Hazel says that Tom Brady got the stimmy.
Oh, I think he got another stimmy from Donald Trump. I'm not sure that he got.
That's not a thing. That's not nice. That's not a thing. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Well, oh my God! Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, sweetie.
Is it on Netflix? Dirty Money, Slumlord Millionaire, about Kushner and his real estate properties.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yolanda said she saw it.
Oh my God. Dirty Money is the name of the documentary series. Slumlord Millionaire is the I think it's on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
And it's all about Kushner and his family?
It's all about Kushner and
one
what
episode
they do.
Is about him.
Yeah, one episode. It's just that Slumlord Millionaire episode is about him and how he really the short version is in New York, they have rent control. And rent control is the only thing that allows people who are not millionaires to live in New York City, full stop, right? And so what you can do is like make people try to move out. What he tried to do is make people move out by like not turning on their gas, giving them bad water. Wow. So once people move out, they lose their rent control. You can jack up the rent. It's a brilliant expose on what Kushner did to make that happen. It's so unfortunate. It's ridiculous.
So the other thing that I've seen is the way he's and not just New York State, but other connected states, Jersey, Connecticut. He's done this to people as well.
Yes.
I think Maryland.
Maryland, Baltimore, absolutely. So
he's done this as well, and the fact that these people are not in jail, it just breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart. What has happened?
Give it time. Somebody will be. Give it time. Somebody's going to jail. I feel very confident that somebody from Trump's inner circle is going to jail. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be in a week. But when we're on this, a year from now on Wednesday, I'm gonna be like, remember that time I told you that?
Remember when I was swirling the Ciroc?
Remember that time?
In line. So Stephen Hill, who do you think? Who do you think will go to jail, to prison?
So I think they're gonna have to do a lot to keep Donald out. I'll be honest with you. I really think it's gonna be an effort to keep Donald out. And I love the fact Giuliani doesn't ever. I don't think Giuliani's going to go to jail. He's just going to be like he just can never do anything again. Like
he's just going to wallow away in a pool of bad hair dye and drown. Yeah.
Kushner. The thing Kushner did is not illegal. It's just like you don't care about the people. And when you're in a
Right.
public position, you should care about the people, right? So
At least 10, like.
we're not used to people who are in private practice, people in public service acting like they're in private practice. That's the thing. That was the whole thing about the Trump presidency.
Yeah, about them in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But a year from now, oh, welcome to 2022, they go to jail.
Stephen Hill, Yolanda said, look at this.
Tom Brady's company received more than. Okay, I can't click on it, but yeah.
The
That's what Julie
company,
Hazel said.
yeah.
See?
Find out who
that's
who
his,
needs the
that's
stimmies
his
and get the
TB12 company. That's the whole big TB12 company that received the money. God, oh, this is just so many different kinds of disturbing.
As an aside, by the way, I have no problem separating Tom Brady from his political aspirations. Tom Brady is a guy who works hard, includes his teammates, is a great teammate, and has gone from one team to another and taken him to the championship. I hate that he loves Trump, but Tom Brady's that dude.
And because he does love
that.
Donald Trump, even before I don't care about Tom Brady. I think the fact that he is such a lover of Donald Trump and his boss is as well, Robert Kraft. I have been and will be a Mahomes fan. And I don't even watch football anymore, but I am a Mahomes fan because he's not Tom Brady. And I think that Tom Brady could just choke on his own celebrityhood, and I would not care.
I will cheer for Mahomes for you. I will cheer for him for you.
So that does bring me to because I do want to, because I do love sports, and I do want to talk about this game. Stephen Hill, do you have a horse in this race?
I do not. I'm an NFC guy because I'm all about the Washington Football Club team, whatever they call them. By the way, as an aside, did you hear that they called it the Washington Football Team and not the Washington Football Club, so that the initials would be WFT, which is really close to WTF?
Wow.
That's so. One person said that. A couple of people said that's the reason it's the Washington Football Team, not the Washington Football Club, so that it could be like, WFT is close to what WTF. Anyhow, that said,
really? Okay.
I enjoy this quarterback matchup. Look, you can I don't like Tom Brady's politics, but I like the way he plays the game. He got caught cheating, theoretically. But it's not cheating that got him to 10 Super Bowls. Like, it's not cheating that got him there. By all accounts, he includes his teammates.
Are we sure?
He includes his teammates,
Really?
and the fact that he's gone from he leaves the Patriots don't make the playoffs, and his very next team makes the Super Bowl first year. He's a dope dude, and he's over 40. So for us senior citizens, kind of happy. On the other hand, Mahomes is the baddest dude out there.
I love him.
I do.
Like him.
So
let me just say this. That's why I hate the Chicago Bears today, because they gave up the opportunity to draft Mahomes, and they went with some hick who hadn't even played college football, let alone, so I'm sorry, but I do love him, and I just think he's such a great kid, and I just don't like the air that Tom Brady breathes.
The air.
Wow.
And in the meantime, Aaron's sitting up there going, WTF?
What I do to you?
What I do? I'm just here, just hanging out, trying to help people live.
I'm allowing you to live. I have come in.
Right.
And you're allowed to go on.
George Wallace, I see you. George Wallace says, but is it cheating, supporter, or racist? Here it is. Here's the thing. Just because you support Trump doesn't mean that you are a racist. It does mean you support a racist. I'll grant you that. Doesn't mean you yourself are a racist.
Are we not quibbling? Because if you like a racist, you support a racist, and you don't have a problem with the racist, what does that make you?
Do you want to go down this path? Really? Because my point is, like, we view race in a different way than white people view race, right? We see Donald Trump as a racist, and racist is the lead to us. To every black person, Donald Trump as a racist as a lead. That's not the lead
For them.
for them. It's just that's part of who he is. And like they can detest the fact that he's racist, but the fact that he lowered their taxes, they kept their coal jobs, like those are the primary things to people who love Donald Trump, who may detest that he's a racist, but Donald Trump put more money in their pocket. So that's why I'm like, just because you support a racist doesn't mean you are a racist.
Okay, but let me just say this. Even when he did put some money in my pocket, I still did not like him.
That's because you're black. You're black. Race is your lead. I'm black. I don't like him. Race is all of our leads. To white people who support Donald Trump, race is not their lead. It's not their lead. Whether they can feed their family and whether they can have seconds on a Friday night is their lead. Whether they can worry about taking their kids to a movie when movies are open, that's their lead, not race.
But does your silence help my oppression?
Yeah, they're not worried about your oppression. They're not worried about your oppression.
And there's the point.
No, I understand that, but my point is, but because they don't worry about your oppression, like, by the way, I want to be honest, I'm not concerned about, there's people's oppressions that I'm not concerned about until it's brought to my attention and like, oh, is that the thing? But candidly, you know, somebody who's not me's oppression, if you're honest with yourself, other people's oppression is secondary to what the thing is you need in life. And I'm saying it's a good thing. Right. I'm saying that's just a true thing.
But it's a difference in not being aware of it and being aware of it and ignoring it because I can make a couple of extra dollars. See what I'm saying? Wait, I'm probably going to step on some people's toes when I say this.
Watch your toes, Stephen Hill.
Everybody grab your toes. I am not a pet person. I have had pets. I am not a pet person. However, I understand people loving their animals. I understand that we should take care of animals. Now, if I was with someone who abused an animal and I didn't say anything, to me, I'm wrong. I need to say something, even though I don't really give a damn about the dog personally. I ain't gonna bring it home.
You're leaving one part of that in the analogy. You're leaving something out. What? If that person is going to give you $1 million, what's your choice?
No, don't give a damn about the money at all. At all.
It's a moral thing.
But you can understand how other people would take the $1 million. And I'm not saying it's right. Like, but I want to be clear. I'm not defending it. I'm explaining it. If somebody's abusing a dog, but will give you $1 million to turn the right way, turn an opposite way, I'm talking to you, Linda Love, right? I'm saying that there's people out there who would take the $1 million. Like, you may not want to put that on your comments, but my point is they're not leading with the abuse of the dog. They're leading what's going to be best for their pocket.
And that's the bottom line. And that's a sad.
What?
I agree. Right. That's a sad thing, and for you and for me and for Sybil, that's the thing. But for people who don't know whether they've got their next meal coming or they can have seconds on Friday, their view may be a little different. I'm not defending it. I'm just explaining the way people might think. Linda Love.
Linda, I'm not sure what you said, but you stuck a nerve.
Linda Love would like me to shut the fuck up.
And she meant that with all the love she has in her name.
So wait, okay, so Stargazer 67. So you're saying they turn a blind eye to other people's suffering. In other words, they don't care about anyone else's oppression and pain, but their own families. I am saying, thank you for putting that up. I am saying that is exactly what I am saying. And if you are honest with yourself, if you see a dog being abused, to Myra's example, but that person who's abusing a dog will give you $100,000.
I thought it was $1 million before.
I'm bringing it down. I'm bringing it down to 100,000. There are people out here who will turn their blind eye. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I want to be clear. I am not advocating for this. I'm just having you think about the way that other people might think. And now I, to Linda Love's suggestion, will shut the fuck up.
But I mean, we can use a number of examples on what is the price and what level of violence and the type of violence would you allow to happen. You know, we like Myra. Well, I think I have a greater love of pets than Myra does. But but what if it was a child, Stephen Hill? What about you know, violence against a child or something like that? Would you?
Whoa. I want to be clear. I wouldn't take the $100,000 on a dog. This is not about me. This is about people understanding how people who are not like you think.
Yeah.
This is not about me. Like this, I want to be very clear.
And
I
let me
would
just
take
say,
I would take the
I
dog
appreciate
over the $100,000.
Right.
But there are some people whose lives are paycheck to paycheck that are going to take a different example.
No, trust me. I understand paycheck to paycheck.
Yes, absolutely. I'm not sure who this is, but who said everyone has a price.
Right. I
True.
understand paycheck to paycheck because Lord knows I done done some things for a double cheeseburger that I wish not to repeat. But
Stephen Hill is ordering right now for a delivery to come to your house along with a bottle of
was the bun sesame seed?
And
he's done the same thing for some Chipotle mayonnaise.
Wait, don't you know it? Don't you know
it?
Baby. So Myra, I'm sorry, we took you off your point.
No. That's not what I'm saying, because I honestly think that that's not the majority of the people that I'm talking about. There are very many middle class, upper class, rich families who are Trump supporters. They know he's a racist, but it doesn't affect my lifestyle. It doesn't affect my lifestyle, so it's okay.
Or it enhances by the tax cuts and tax and all of that. Yeah. Go ahead,
my point. No. Myra made my point made much more succinctly, but nobody's going to believe she's a Republican for saying it. Like, I want to be clear. Cassie Adams, I am not a Republican. I just want you to understand how other people who are not you think. That's all.
Yeah,
that's it.
And I think that's fair. I think you know what? I think you've missed your calling, because I really think you should be like an ethics professor or something like that. I think you should be someone.
I would get such an F out of his class. I already know. Just fail me, Professor Hill, on the first day. I can tell you that.
All you have to do is look at my Instagram feed. You know why I can't be an ethics teacher.
However, but back in the day, if you was buying double cheeseburgers, who knew?
Hey there. Oh, you guys, too funny. Let us give congratulations to several people who have been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. This is so awesome.
Yes.
As we know, Stacey Abrams has been nominated for the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize for her work to preserve voting rights in this country, and well-deserved nomination.
Well-deserved.
As we say in the newsletter, and we never fail to mention this, the HBCU graduate Spelman woman and attorney work is credited for boosting voter turnout and for putting a different color and spin on the current makeup of the White House, the United States Senate, and the United States House of Representatives. She is also joined by the Black Lives Matter movement, and they were nominated. Their nomination was announced like last Thursday or Friday. Which is great, as well as, and I love this woman. I have never had a conversation with her, but I love her so much for all the work and for her stand that she takes on things like being against war and what have you. That's Congresswoman Barbara Lee of California. I think she is such a great moral, a person of great morality and standing for something. Now, the other side of this, Stephen Hill.
Moving on to the next part.
Is who else was nominated for this?
I knew you were going. That's why I was like, moving on.
Who? I missed it. Who?
Jared frickin' Kushner was nominated
For what?
for his work in with the Israelis, with the Jews, and
Oh.
moving. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I am not a Republican. I want to be very clear on this. But I give credit to anybody who can bring the Middle East closer to peace. Full stop. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if I hate every other part of your policy. That part of you that brings that ripe for violence segment of the world closer to peace.
Now, did he really bring them closer to peace, or was it just a movement
No, he really
of?
did. No, he really did.
Right.
No, he really did. No, he really did.
Right.
They really worked on it. He really worked on it. Yes.
No.
You know what? I started out with this like Jared Kushner sucks as a landlord. He sucks. Watch Dirty Money, right? I want to be clear.
You're just too damn fair.
But I'm
Oh,
okay.
God.
But I'm okay saying that bad people can do good things, right?
Did they just move? Or did he just move the embassy?
Come on. Yo,
Right.
Yo, anybody? Here's my cousin, by the way. They're my cousin. Say hi, Lori. Wave to the people. Don't
Oh, I
just walk
thought
in
we
the
saw
kitchen.
a leg, and now we see persons, and we're calling them cousins.
That's my
What are you in
cousin, Lori.
Tennessee? I'm sorry.
You're hilarious. Yo, you're funny. Pickle, Ohio in the house. Anybody who like people can't just be put in one bucket, right? The Middle East has been right. The hardest thing in almost every presidency is keeping the Middle East at peace. So if they got the people to come to the White House and sign an agreement, you have to allow that was a fantastic. You're not going. What are you ducking for? Ducking's not going to do anything.
His cousin.
Hilarious. No, it really is. Never mind. So anybody who brings peace,
cousins,
identical cousins. Shout out Patty Duke.
One pair of matching bookends, as different as night and
Wow,
day.
that's far more of it than I know. That's far more of it than I know. So, anyhow.
Okay, so once again,
Sharita White, I'm with you. Sharita White, why didn't he? Sharita White says, how come he didn't attempt to bring priests to America? Brilliant response. I'm good with
started
that.
home.
Great.
You racist.
I'm with that. Should have brought peace to America. Doesn't detract from the fact that bringing peace to the Middle East is a great thing.
And his father-in-law has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, and he sure as hell didn't do it.
Yeah.
Stephen Hill?
Yes.
No, they did it for the money. For the business opportunities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't say that he has a good peaceful bone in his body. Not doing it for the countries and bringing peace. I think he did it. I agree. I think, as Tom Jordan used to say, follow the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm really okay if 10,000 people lives are saved and someone else makes dirty money off of it. I'm okay with that. Right? If you know the history of the Middle East, it has been a tinderbox for 70 plus years. So if somebody makes a little money off of people saving their lives, I'm okay.
And Stephen Hill,
I still hate Jared Kushner. I still hate Jared Kushner.
But talking about Israel and 10,000 people, and I'm talking about almost 500,000 people who have died as a result of Donald Trump's misdeeds. I'm just saying, when we're talking numbers and what that family has done to this country, and Jared is as culpable as the rest of them.
I'm not denying that. That's true.
Yeah.
Also, there's more peace in the Middle East.
Every day. Yeah.
I'm
and he did it before the money.
Okay. I'll take the lives saved there. I would love to have lives saved in the U.S. I want to be clear. Not saying both of them could have been done. Jared Kushner, bad for not saving U.S. lives. I agree.
Okay. I know, but this doesn't really do it for me. This does it, but not this.
He's gone.
Bad Jared.
He's out of power now.
As opposed to in cell number 367982, big boy going out.
We're gonna get there. Never underestimate the value of time. He's going to get
You're
there.
right. And we bring it right back. And we bring it back to the beginning of our discussion about the value of time.
If I'm not mistaken, Jared Kushner, who did broker that, is not the first person to try to broker peace in the Middle East who's been up for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. But people like Jimmy Carter deserved it. In terms of Middle East, I'm just saying. And God bless Jimmy Carter, by the way.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Speaking of coronavirus, this is an ongoing discussion now about whether you know anyone who has taken the vaccine, any Black people who have taken the vaccine, and are you fine? Like you? Did you get it?
No, my mom got it.
Oh, she did get
Saturday.
it. Okay.
She got the first one Saturday.
And
93 years old.
You went down there to be with her?
I went the week before she got the vaccine.
Okay.
But
and so that means you did not return.
She was fine. She's waiting for the next one. She into her arm, had no side effects. So
nice.
Mom's great.
Nice. Okay. Because the discussion now is talking about the racial and age data and ethnicity data about people who are getting it, and saying that in the beginning they were not classifying people, and so that might be where there's some discrepancy. But a lot of the discussion is about people who don't have access to the internet, so they can't make their appointments. They don't have access to proper transportation to get where the availability of vaccines is greater than in other areas, and there is the apprehension about Black folks and vaccines, period, and wanting to take this. So, Myra, what do you think?
Didn't the recent figures say that so far, for what they have, 60% of whites have taken it, and only 5%.
White women, especially.
Right, and only 5% of Blacks. And here, well, they say it's gotten better this week, but I'm in Cobb County, Georgia, and the website is still crashing down the first minute.
No.
It's crashing. You can't get through, period. As they say, period.
And Steve, where you are, you guys had so much snow. They said a lot of the appointments were canceled because of the weather. Did you find, or did you hear that on your local news?
I did, and what I'm realizing now is my stupidity. I should have gone to wherever they are, because you can't waste the vials. Once they're out of the freezer, you have to use them. It would have been a way to get a vaccine. But I am happy. CVS and Walgreens in New York and other states, you can look it up and see what states there are going to start administering the vaccine soon. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's one of our stories for the newsletter. The vaccines are going to the drug companies, to the pharmacies, February 11th. So that's a week from now, and they will start parceling those out. And so that is good news for people who perhaps, and let us hope that they go into neighborhoods. The vaccines are sent to neighborhoods where people really need them in terms of access. Everybody needs the vaccine, but I'm just saying.
And I love that Tyler Perry evidently either did or is going to go on BET, as a matter of fact, and take the vaccine. He did it already, right?
Last week.
I'm really hoping that encourages people, everybody who's listening to us. Look, I admit, I'm glad my mother got it. I was very happy for her. She's had no side effects. I can't wait to get it into my arm. Like, yeah, I'm familiar with Tuskegee and what happened there, but like, a Black woman helped develop the sucker. So like, that's the vaccine I want.
Yeah, I would love to get her on if we could. Do you think we might? Can we just like find somebody who can get us to Dr. Kizzy? Because I wish there was some way we could just put it out there to encourage people to do this as much as possible. I know of one circumstance where a woman who is of that age, who should be getting a vaccine now, and she has been encouraged by someone else not to. That breaks my heart.
I have family members who are nurses who taken it. I mean, one of my cousins she's had both doses and fine. Yeah,
wonderful.
Yeah,
Yolanda's mama, and I know you're watching us. Please take the vaccine.
Take the vaccine.
Please.
Here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about trying to be an instructor at Soul Cycle, Because evidently, soul.
Because you're an educator.
Okay. So the short version of the story is there is someone from Soul Cycle who went and got a vaccine because they said they were an educator because they teach a Soul Cycle class. Yeah. That's gangsta. Big.
And that was a COVID Karen, I believe.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I support that.
Yeah.
Get your vaccine. And people are hanging around dispensaries like City MD here in New York. Like at the end of the day, people who didn't show up, they have to get administer those vaccines. Mm-hmm. So you could possibly get one. So
I would be willing to, and I know people are afraid about the transmission of the virus and things like that, but there's got to be a way, I think, for us to get these people to the places to get the vaccines and to encourage them, whether we have to get Tyler to put on a Medea outfit again and take the vaccine, to encourage people to wear masks and all of the things. But we're dying here.
Yeah. Just a quick aside. Did you hear the story? He was a young Black man in his 30s. Who just died yesterday. They had his wife on CNN, but he was found to have the variant. Yeah.
From either UK or South Africa or Brazil, one of them.
Yeah. Yep. So I can't tell people what to do. I would just suggest it. Suggest it.
I can't just, it would be irresponsible for us to be here and to not encourage people to do this.
I love Stephanie Carradine, my 85-year-old. Stephanie Carradine says my 85-year-old father had both shots, no problem.
Good.
Congratulations.
And we have a friend who's 100 and he had his first shot and is going to get another one this weekend, I believe. It's time for George Wallace to get his second. So
yeah.
Diane Scott just received my vaccine today. I'm Black and 73. Thankful too. First of all, Diane Scott, you don't look 73.
What did she post? What was that?
First of all, wow. I ain't worried about your vaccine, Diane.
Is that an eggplant? Did she see the Trey Songz video?
Wait. I think it is, Myra.
Yo, hold on.
I said, wait a minute.
Oh, wait. No, you put it up there. Yeah. Diane Scott.
So Diane, look for a little love from Steve. And he'll bring the Ciroc.
Oh, wait. I would like to stop. Dr. Mark says everyone who can get it should get it. And whatever Dr. Mark says.
Mark says is the way it should be.
The way we
That's
should do it.
Right.
It's the way we should do it. Absolutely.
Dr. Marx is taking. I'm just saying. Be easy.
Sybil, was that necessary? I thought our private conversations were our own private conversation.
No, you know what? It didn't even have to be a private conversation because you're like,
whatever Dr. Mark says.
No.
Wait. I'm sorry. These are not Stephen Hill glasses, but
whatever Dr. Mark says. Whatever Dr. Mark says.
I am currently uncomfortable in my workspace right now.
And Dr. Marks, he's got a lifetime supply of Ciroc.
You know what?
And he would take his Quiet Storm voice.
Yeah.
That he's had since birth.
Right to you by Stephen Hill and Dr. Marks.
Ma, can I have a Slurpee? Mama, can I have a Slurpee? Can I have a Slurpee?
I think he's blushing.
No. The Ma, can I have a Slurpee is a family thing. Because to your point, I had a low voice like when I was 7. And so my family makes fun of me because when I was 7, I'd be like, Ma, can I have a Slurpee? So That was that thing.
So Stephen Hill, ask cousin to come on and let's ask some more questions about you and your growing up. Can we
All right,
ask
they want
cousin?
to ask you questions about me growing up.
Oh,
You coming on? Come on, come here. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you got to put this in here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my cousin Lori, 2 years
cousin
older.
Lori.
One of my favorite. You got to come in here. You got to come in here. It's one of my favorite people in the world.
Hello, cousin
Lori is
Lori.
my favorite people on the entire planet. Looks
I
just, if you
know.
know, it looks just like my mom. If you know my mom, like just,
Oh
just like my
yeah,
mom.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Aw.
So, fire
So
away.
cousin Lori, has
Was he always a Republican? No.
Oh! No, the funny thing is, you know, Nana was a Republican. Nana was. Our grandmother was complete Republican.
Everybody's
like,
grandmother was a
Well,
Republican.
back in the day, yeah.
But through Nixon and around 1973, she was like, maybe not.
My grandmother was so much of a Republican, her last name was Kennedy. Her maiden name was Kennedy, and she wanted to change it. So cousin Lori, tell us about Steve growing up. Was he your favorite cousin the way he says you are his?
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
And why?
Yes. We just got each other at a very young age. We were like very unique.
Mm-hmm.
Out of
So
all
you were
the other
strange
cousins.
growing up too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Very.
Did he always
we were just
have?
talking about that?
Did he always offer that other point of view, or was always debating issues? No.
Probably.
No, that's relatively new. I'm going to save you from this. That's relatively new.
Oh,
Just keep
okay.
the conversation fiery.
Oh, okay.
And what's your favorite thing about your cousin Steve?
He's got such a huge heart.
Mm-hmm.
He's got such a huge heart.
Yeah.
He's always.
And are we talking about this Stephen Hill?
This Stephen Hill. The Audrey Stephen. Yeah. Yeah.
And cousin Lori, do you live in Ohio?
No, I live in Phoenix.
Oh.
Arizona.
But our core is Ohio. We all moved to different places.
Yeah. Right. That's where
but
it
born
all
and raised
started.
in Ohio.
45356. Shout out to 45356.
That's nice. That's nice.
Zip
Steve,
code.
what's your favorite thing about cousin Lori?
That she has always been one of the more personable conversation with anybody. I don't need to know you. Like, can talk to anybody. Has a bubbly personality. And then, should we show the penny machine?
Yeah.
Okay. So the penny machine. Wait, let's see if I can. Okay, where is it?
Is that a swear jar? Is that what?
No.
Is?
I can't. So it's a. I can't find it. Oh, okay. So it's way back there.
See it?
It's the penny machine. It looks like a little arcade machine.
Uh-huh.
So that was in the basement of our grandmother's house. You can come back up. That was in the basement of our grandmother's house. And so whenever we travel from Washington to Ohio and we get to visit, like the first thing I'd go is find Lori, and then Lori and I would run down to play the little penny machine arcade machine. And that's where we,
Yeah, that was our thing.
And that's how you save money to go to college. That's great. Thank you. And did cousin Lori have the same voice that at 7 that she has now? Because she has the voice. She sort of like you do, you know.
It was still the lilting, like very friendly, like
Mm-hmm.
always.
That's nice.
Cheerleader,
nice.
Homecoming queen, that kind of thing.
Just like you. That's nice. You all have that in common.
Don't believe the rumors. My cousin's the only one I'll let finish that. He has a huge. She can finish that with heart. My cousin's the only one who can finish that sentence with that, Blair. All right, go back. You're out.
Are we back on Trey songs again?
Stephen Hill, before we ask you about what's coming up this week on your various media platforms, Myra, can we talk about Mark Wilmore for a quick second? We talked about coronavirus.
Please.
And I do know that did know Mark. And so if you could just, if for those who don't know, and you may have seen the story, Mark Wilmore was a very talented writer, producer, and was taken by coronavirus and other health complications. And I believe he was in his mid-50s, Myra.
Yeah. I think the report said that he was 57. I hadn't seen Mark in many, many years, but Mark and Larry Wilmore are two brothers that you may not hear about them all the time, but if you're in the industry, they're first of all, very, very nice people, very well respected, extremely, extremely talented, witty. Their comedy was very, very smart. The last time that I probably worked with Mark was probably at the Improv in Dallas many years ago, and you were just talking about the Middle East, and I'm almost sure it was Mark that did a joke that it was like Palestine and Israel have been fighting over this land like forever. Wouldn't a receipt solve all this? And I always remembered that. I thought that was one of the funniest freaking jokes. But that's what I mean by, talented, very smart comedy. Very, very smart comedy. And so on shows like The Simpsons, and if you read those credits, you will see his name. Yep. So,
absolutely.
So great loss. A great loss.
So our condolences to the Wilmore family, and Larry was the one to share the news on Twitter, I guess, over the weekend. And speaking of titles and looking for credits, one of the very favorite things that I used to love about watching Stephen Hill produce productions on BET were the credits. And so, what does your title say today?
Running for CEO of Parler, as you may not know, Parler got they're looking for new. The CEO of Parler got unceremoniously removed by the board as they are trying to find a way to get back on social media platforms. As you know, Parler, the conservative app, was taken off of many platforms. I think what they're thinking is if they remove their current CEO, they'll be able to get back on platforms.
Black
and so
on.
I am black on. That was Freudian. That was Freudian. So I'm running for CEO of Parler. That is my.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'd like to see you be mayor of New York, but all right. Okay. You start. You go whichever way you can. So what do we have to look forward to in Sunglasses and Soul Music?
Loop Obsession, Sunglasses, and Soul Music. The British Invasion Part 2. We got Loose Ends for you. Got Paul McCartney for you. Got Sade. Like so much great music comes from across the pond, as they say. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. On IG Live, and then on Saturday night, Heart to Heart with Stephen Hill on Heart and Soul, Sirius XM, Channel 48. Great vocalist out of DC, Kevin Ross. Have a great interview and new music from Kevin Ross. So check that out on Sirius XM Channel 48.
I like that young
this
man.
Saturday. Yeah, he's kind of awesome.
As part of your British invasion, could you have Idris Elba on there and talk about his life as a DJ and just tell me about it?
He's a DJ.
Yes, he is a DJ. You are correct. He is a DJ.
Just for me, just tell him that Myra J would be very interested in hearing about his DJ skills and how he got started and how he handled the turntable and stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah, I want that.
Yes, indeed. Myra J, and DJ. Okay.
See, already we got a lot in common.
Every day in the What You Need to Know newsletter, we end the part of the newsletter, and then we go on to some other sections like the wellness check. But we do ask you to take a look at Yogi's Jewels for your daily inspiration. And on Wednesdays, so we're trying to get over the hump, today's is you need a mental break, breathe. Inhale, exhale. I think sometimes we need to repeat that and then revive. So we ask you to take a look at that and to take note of it by doing it. Really, thank you.
Yes, do it. Everybody do it today.
Yes, just breathe today
and do it. That will help you with your stress. If everybody just right now when you get off this show, just do it.
You know what, Myra? I'm now convinced that what is ever in that bottle is not water. I'm just saying. It might have a little bit of water in there, but I'm just Hey, you guys, thanks for another wonderful outing. And I
Thank you.
appreciate you, Stephen Hill. And thanks
Appreciate
for introducing us to Cousin Lori.
Yes, yes, yes.
And Myra, as always, you
Smart
are
girl.
just wonderful, wonderful,
Yes, yes.
wonderful.
Love y'all.
And thanks for keeping the ginger hair for Stephen Hill. You know, it's an added incentive
Yeah,
for
well,
him.
call me.
What happened to Diane?
Diane who? You talking about?
Okay, wasn't it Diane who just had her vaccine and she's 70 something?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
if she's a redhead yet, so we got there's still jury's
I
out.
bet you just take nothing but a
No, okay,
suggestion.
honestly, the real funny thing is when I was talking about Diane, 70, she looked fine. I realized after I looked later, her emoji was that of Cicely Tyson.